Now, yesterday we got to read a fiction tale, a folk tale. Does anyone remember the folk tale, the title that we read yesterday? Raise your hand if you do, if you think you remember. Estelle?
The Grasshopper and the Ant.
Yes, The Grasshopper and the Ant. We learned when we read that story, the grasshopper went through all 4 seasons and enjoyed them, but we also learned a moral from that story. The moral was, it's better to get your work done and prepare than to sit and play and wait for something to come to you. And the grasshopper learned that moral because he, during summer when it was beautiful outside, he just wanted to play and have a good time. And he did not prepare. Yes.
I think, wait, what was I going to say?
I'm not sure, sweetie. You can raise your hand again when you've thought of it. Go ahead and mute your, yeah. Okay. So, when winter came and the grasshopper was cold and hungry, he had no place warm to stay or food to eat. He learned that lesson. That's the moral of the story. Well, today we're going to switch back to nonfiction. We're going to learn true facts about weather. Only we're not going to talk about the 4 seasons. Today, we are going to talk about the weather, just the weather in general. So, when the weather is nice, people like to be outside. What do you like to do outside when the weather's nice? Raise your hand and share some things that you or maybe your family like to do when the weather's nice outside. Ryan, what's something you like to do?
Go to TV. Or go to Disney.
Oh, go to Disney World? Yeah, I would like to do that when the weather's nice. Yeah, absolutely. That's fun to go on a family vacation. That's why a lot of people take vacations in the summertime when the weather's nice. Smriti, what do you like to do when the weather's nice outside?
I like to go outside to my driveway and play with my bike.
Oh, excellent. So ride your bike outside. Awesome. Anya? Oh, go ahead.
And I stopped using training wheels when I was 5.
Awesome. Good for you. Anya, what do you like to do when the weather's nice outside?
I like to go to the swimming pool and the beach, and also I like to eat ice cream.
Oh, those are great things to do. Estelle?
Collect nature.
Oh, go on a nature walk and collect things that you find. Very cool. Are we?
I would like to play on my trampoline.
Oh, that's an awesome thing to do. That's cool. Jonyan, what do you like to do if the weather's nice?
Swim at my pool.
Oh, very good. Okay, so those are some things we like to do when the weather is nice outside. When the weather is not... Yes?
I went to Disney World before.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Let's try to keep our microphones muted. When the weather is not so nice, people tend to stay indoors where it is safe and dry. What is the weather like in my picture behind me? What's this weather like outside? Who can describe that to me? Nicole?
Raining.
Could be windy. What do the clouds look like to you?
It looks like black, not white.
Yeah, very dark.
Out.
Yeah, very dark clouds, very thick clouds. It looks like it may rain. and there may possibly be thunder and lightning. Look at the lightning in this image. Lightning is electricity that comes from the Earth's sky during a thunderstorm. Lightning looks like a big flash of light. Thunder is the loud clapping sound we hear during a storm. When lightning and thunder happens when it rains, it's called a thunderstorm. Raise your hand if you've ever heard or seen a thunderstorm. Most of us have, right? In North Carolina, we have lots of thunderstorms in the summer. Well, our story today talks about how to be safe in storms. So a word we're going to see in our story is safety. Safety. We see examples of safety in these two pictures. This picture shows a boy buckling his seatbelt. That's car safety. The seatbelt keeps us safe in our car. And these boys and girls riding their bicycles, they're all wearing helmets. Helmets keep them safe on a bike. In today's lesson, we're going to learn about how to stay safe during a storm. Okay. Our purpose for listening today, Annie will be talking about what you can do to stay safe during a storm. Listen carefully to find out what you should do next time there's stormy weather. Let's listen. Dear kindergartners, have you ever seen a thunderstorm? A thunderstorm is a storm that has lightning, thunder, strong winds, and heavy rain. I was in the car during a thunderstorm the other day, and it made me realize just how amazing and powerful weather can be. The thunder boomed and the lightning flashed. It was very exciting, but also a little scary when the thunder boomed so loud. Today, I'm going to tell you about severe or very bad weather and how to stay safe during thunderstorms. You probably know what kind of weather to expect when you look up and see large dark clouds like these in the sky. These are storm clouds, and unless you want to get soaked and completely wet from the rain, you should get indoors. When you see storm clouds like these, you know it's time to go inside. During a thunderstorm, you can see lightning. Lightning is a stroke or line of electricity that connects energy to the ground with energy in a cloud. So there's energy up in the cloud and there's energy down here at the ground. And when those two connect, it causes lightning.
Miss Kate, I have a question.
Yes.
What forms a lightning storm and thunderstorm?
We're going to talk about it. Many times, lightning is followed by a loud noise called thunder. If the thunderstorm is far away, then the thunder won't be so loud. But as the storm gets closer, the thunder gets louder and louder, and the time between the lightning and the thunder gets shorter and shorter. Thunder cannot hurt you, but lightning can be dangerous. Anya, when the cool air meets warm air, it causes an electric energy. And that's what causes the lightning to happen, and then the thunder. Light travels faster than thunder, so you see the lightning before you hear the thunder. Lightning struck or hit and knocked down this tree. Lightning can start fires too. Worst of all, lightning can seriously injure or hurt a person. There is a very small chance of being struck by lightning, but it can happen. Luckily, there are simple ways to be safe from lightning during a storm. My teachers taught them to me, and now I'm going to teach them to you. Lightning tends to strike or hit tall things like trees and tall buildings. The smartest thing you can do in a storm is to stay indoors. If you can't get inside a building in your house, then a car is also a safe place. In case you ever get struck outside in a thunderstorm and in case you ever get stuck outside in a thunderstorm and can't get indoors, it's important to remember to never take shelter under or near a tree or any tall object. So if it's raining outside and I think, oh no, I hear thunder and lightning, I'm gonna hide under this tree. Why would it be a bad idea to hide under a tree during a thunderstorm? Jonyan?
Because the tree could fall.
Lightning strikes the tallest object. Is a tree a lot taller than you? Yes, so you don't want to take shelter under a tree. You don't want to take shelter under anything that could be struck by lightning and fall. Even though the tree leaves may help keep you dry, you never want to be near a tree if it gets hit by lightning. Instead, you should lay down flat on the ground, far away from any trees, and wait for the storm to pass. You might get very wet, but you won't get struck by lightning or hit by a falling tree. That's only if you can't take shelter indoors. Another important rule during a thunderstorm is to always get out of a pool, lake, river, or ocean right away. Electricity moves through water, so anyone in the water can be hurt by lightning too. It's best to be safe and stay dry inside during a thunderstorm. When it's cold outside, you might see hail during a storm. Hail is small pieces of ice that sometimes fall from clouds during a thunderstorm. During a hailstorm, chunks of ice called hailstones fall from the sky onto the ground. Usually hailstones are small, about the size of a pea or smaller. Sometimes, however, hailstones can be as big as a golf ball or even a baseball. It's always best to stay inside during a hailstorm. It is important to know how to stay safe during storms and other kinds of severe or very bad weather. If possible, don't go outside at all in any kind of storm. That's why Miss Kate's taught from home yesterday. There was an ice storm, and it would not have been safe for me to ride in my car and come to school. So I stayed home and taught you from there. If you have to go outside, wear the right kind of gear or clothing. Here is Annie wearing her rain gear. She has on a raincoat, an umbrella, and rain boots to keep her dry. Be smart and be safe so you can enjoy the amazing power of nature. Your friend, Annie. All right.
Miss Kate, that was very short.
It was short, but it was important because we learned sometimes this type of weather can look really scary, but it's not if you understand why it's happening and how to stay safe, right? I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to raise your hand to tell me the answer. Do you have a question before I get started?
Can I tell two things.
Mm-hmm.
So my friend, he was older than me, and when he was 7, he's scared of he was scared of storms, even though I was not.
Yeah, it can be scary because it looks scary and it sounds scary.
I'm also eating noodles.
Yeah. Okay. What is the main topic or main idea of Annie's letter today? What did she mainly talk about?
I'm putting lots of claps because you did it so good.
Thank you. Russell, what is Annie mainly telling us today?
When you are doing a storm, how to be safe.
Exactly. She's teaching us safety during storms or severe weather. What is a character? Yes, Carolyn?
I is class 2.
Yes. What is a characteristic of a thunderstorm?
Okay.
Hold on, friends. I need you guys to mute your microphones and raise your hand. Landon, you're raising your hand. Thank you. What's a characteristic of a thunderstorm?
There's lightning and thunder.
Very good. Lightning coming from the sky and the sound of thunder. Very good. Okay, what are some other characteristics of thunderstorms? There's lightning, there's thunder. What else might we see or hear? Ryan?
Sometimes windy.
Sometimes it's very windy during a thunderstorm. You're exactly right. Nicole, what's another characteristic?
I also have a question. It can be like, if it's very cold, it can be like ice, like the ice rain. And also, I have a question. But why ever seen like a real ice rain? I haven't ever seen it.
I don't know. But you're right. It can have ice and rain during a thunderstorm. Okay, what is lightning? Does anyone remember what lightning is? What's lightning? Carolyn, what's lightning?
It's electricity.
You're right. It's electricity. It's energy from the cloud and energy from the ground that connects. Electricity. Excellent. What is thunder? Adeline, what's thunder?
Thunder is something that can hurt you really bad, and it's something that's really bad for your body.
Actually, thunder cannot hurt you. Thunder is the noise that you hear. The lightning is the thing that can hurt you, the electricity. But thunder is the noise. Thank you, Adeline. Okay. What should you do if you're outside and see clouds like these? DJ, what should you do if you're outside and you look up and see this?
You would get zapped.
No, but what should you do to keep yourself safe?
Try to get someplace safe.
Try to go into a house or a building or a car. Very good. What should you do? Very good. That was my next question. Hang on, Anya. What should you do if you cannot get in a building or a car during a thunderstorm? What should you do? Estelle?
Lay flat on the ground.
You should lay flat on the ground and wait for the storm to pass if you cannot find shelter. You do not get under a tree or a tall object. Anya, do you have a question?
Yeah. So, can it strike long objects?
Yes. Oh, no, if it's flat on the ground, you mean like this, like flat? No, it most likely will not because it will strike the tallest thing.
And also, how do we know the difference between thunder? When we hear thunder and see the thunder and lightning, how do we know the difference between them?
Okay, lightning is what you see, and thunder, you can only hear it. You cannot see thunder. Okay? All right. What do we call, I lost my pointer. Oh, here it is. What do we call these balls of ice? Do you remember? We learned it in our story. What do we call this?
Hail?
Hail. These are hailstones. It's ice that falls from the sky. So it can be dangerous if you're outside during a hailstorm. You need to take shelter. How is hail different from just rain? How's it different? Ryan, how's hail different from rain?
Because hail is heavy and it's ice. Rain is not ice, it's water, and rain is not heavy. Oh.
Very good. Excellent. So hail is heavy and it's ice that could hurt you. Rain is just water that's falling from the sky. So there's a big difference. Okay, here's something I want you to think about. Using your 5 senses, think about when you were in a thunderstorm. What 5 senses can you use to know that there's a thunderstorm? Remember our 5 senses? Sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch. Which of those senses can you use during a storm? Russell.
See.
You can see it, can't you? You can see the lightning flash.
And you can hear the thunder.
And you can hear the thunder. Can you feel the rain? Yeah, you can feel the rain and you could taste it as well and touch it. You can use all 5 senses during a thunderstorm. Very good job, friends. You guys did a great...
One sense is the smell.
Oh, the smell. Yes. I don't think we could smell. Now, there are people that say it smells like snow or it smells like rain. I am not able to use my sense of smell during a rainstorm, but there are people who say they can. Okay. Thank you, friends, for working with me this afternoon. You all did a wonderful job. I hope you have a wonderful, dry weekend, and I will see you all back Monday morning.
Miss Kate? Miss Kate?
I'm staying on.